but they definitely made it close, and they are going to be looking to carry that into this match, where they will hopefully take their first win. But the Besticles going to be doing everything they can to stand in the way. Immediately the kickoff goes off. Carl Cinco and Alex will also call out the rest of the scoreboard. It's Epiphany, you've already heard, and Carl Cinco for the Besticles. Chicken Bakes and Carl Cinco both going to be trying to get this ball deep into the blue immediately. Epiphany looking like he wants to try to play this one out himself. Has Alex kind of set up with him, but with Carl's aggression, he's forced to fall back, wait this out a minute, and now he's just trying to set up as Alex trying to flick this pass, doesn't quite find the net, and Chicken gonna jump up in time to start clearing it over towards mid. Epiphany still here in the 1v1 against Chicken, but it's gonna be Alex that ends up tapping that one back over towards his teammate, and Epiphany starting an aerial shot. It's not quite on. The double touch almost there, but enough for Chicken to get it away. Alex trying to follow this one upfield, wants to see if he can deny it, but oh my goodness, Chicken might be able to sneak that one and gets it over to Carl, and Carl gonna sink that in right over the goal line to get a 1-goal lead around a minute into the match. Just hammering that one home right off the pass. Epiphany trying to get back in time, but just can't quite find it in the moment. So 52 seconds expired. Carl going up against Alex. It's going to find its way back over mid, centered up, but Alex not going to be able to hit that shot. A little too fast. Chicken going to be able to clear it away. Epiphany wants to see if he can take advantage of maybe a little bit of awkward positioning. Ends up being Alex actually opening up this goal, and oh, so close. But bouncing off that crossbar, it's going to be Epiphany's ball to play with. Lands on the car. Chicken intercepting, and that gets it deep over into the blue. Alex now forced to play back, and Carl already looking to see if he can set up some sort of steal away. Doesn't look like he's quite going to be able to do it, and the aerial play almost comes through, but it's going to find the right crossbar, and unfortunately, nobody going to be able to sink that in for the blue and equalize it up. Alex intercepting the clear, so the ball at least going to stay over in front of the orange net for the WACK Esports side, but right now, Carl looking like he is very well set up to clear this away. Ooh, just missing the touch. That opens up Alex for a potential center, and it's going to center straight up for Epiphany, but Chicken Bakes up in time, intercepting that ball, not going to allow anything to sneak by him. And now it's Chicken trying just to get this one away. It's going to be a pass over off the wall, and now Carl Cinco to try to play it up off the corner. It's going to be hit high by Epiphany, turning into a center, but good intercept by Chicken. Just going to kill it back over towards that left wall. Alex looking to center this up, but once again, Chicken just getting in the way. Going to be demoed for the effort. Carl Cinco able to manage to maintain ball control. Is going to eventually pass it over to Alex, but by this point, Chicken has plenty of time to get back into it, and Alex just going to dribble it straight into him. Definitely what Alex was looking for there was just to try to get a fast play at the net, but you could tell on his cam he just couldn't see over that ball. He was trying to focus on getting it over to the net, and unfortunately Chicken was straight behind that car waiting to steal it off the hood, and he was able to hit a phenomenal little shot over deep into the blue, and with it a 2-goal lead found now going into the second half. Epiphany here. We know this is a player that's very much able to hit these shots when necessary, but once again, a little bit of an overcommitment from the boys in blue. Leave that ball very close to danger over in front of the blue goal, but luckily it looks like Epiphany's there in time. An unfortunate team bump over on the orange side leaves them both stranded on the goal line, and that ball not quite able to fully realize itself into the net, and once again, Epiphany just barely getting that ball out of danger's way, as once again, very, very close here in the blue. Carl Cinco looking to deny any sort of shots, but for Alex, he's just going to flick it over that final defender, opening up the first goal now for WACK Esports and putting them within one of the equalizer. Very good situational awareness there, as Carl just not set up to turn around and save that one, and a very fast shot to deny what could have been going into a 3-goal lead. So now they close that gap to 1. They need to work it on closing it to 0, otherwise, of course, this first game might just slip away. 100 seconds remaining. Epiphany to stop the ball early, but that ends up centering up Chicken, and Alex going to be going around the back, corralling one off, but oh no, a mistake out of the Besticles this time, and that's going to be WACK Esports equalizing. The same exact issue that lost that second goal for WACK Esports loses the second goal for the Besticles, just overcommitting a little bit too much on that offense, allowing a shot over back towards goal, and just nobody there to deny. Carlsenko following through, and now you can see it's a little bit of a fight towards mid. Chicken with a very nice angle towards goal. That could be dangerous, but it's finding the crossbar. Alex wants to play this one out. 80 seconds left, so if they can kill some time and score the goal, that'd be beautiful here for WACK Esports. Meanwhile, the Besticles, they're also willing to kill some time, but they definitely need to make sure a goal isn't scored. Want to try to turn this into a counterattack, try to get it upfield as fast as humanly possible, or at least as carly possible. And then we're going to see if they can transition this into a shot. It's a fast one. Carlsenko gets it on net, and Alex can't quite get back in time. Carlsenko from across the field, able to hit in a flick straight into the bottom right, straight over Epiphany. And Alex tries to get back in time, does every flip in the book, but just cannot find his way in front of that ball. And the Besticles are going to go up. A 1-goal lead yet again. Oh my goodness, could transition into a 2-goal lead, but Epiphany, a beautiful save along the goal line, denying it right along the crossbar, and Alex tapping it off the top as well. And an unlucky miss there from Carlsenko leaves this very doable, as now Alex in a 1v1. Carl has to get back. He's starting to. He's over towards goal. Alex faking one off the ball, trying to do some fancy maneuvering, getting it past Carl, but it's not going to work. Epiphany setting up for this ball that's going a little high, not quite going to touch the ceiling, and oh, he tries to dribble it past, but just not going to be allowed to. 18 seconds left. Has to be some sort of a counterattack out of the blue, and oh, Chicken's so close to just sealing that one up, but it won't be any cigar for the orange. It's going to be a shot high, but Carlsenko to deny. It goes high, but it's not quite out of the orange. This is still dangerous. One going to be cleared away, and Alex not quite able to keep it high. The Besticles going to take game one as they go up 1-0 in the best of 5. Heading into game number 2, we saw the Besticles take it by 1 goal. Of course, it was a 3-2 scoreline at the end. WACK Esports able to come alive into the second half. Unfortunately, not quite enough to take the win. Gonna be back in mid. Chicken immediately looking to see if he can have a shot at goal. Ends up sending it to the corner. Epiphany to play it away. Does get rewarded with a hit past Cinco, but Epiphany already with this ball. Carl being spawned behind him, and Chicken able to get that touch, a crucial one. Alex now on the wall, just with the ball, trying to see if he can corral it away, but Chicken's so fast to this, pressuring him immediately, and now this is awkward. Alex has to try to hit that away. Carl a little bit over-aggressed, and Alex might be able to take advantage of that, but with no boost. The boost being stolen away from him as he's aggressing towards the goal. It looks like the counterattack has fallen away, and now Chicken, a 1v1 against Alex, but with no boost, no way to take it. Alex saves it to the corner, and now it is a counterattack from the blue, you would think, but actually Carl's allowed the space to get up, tries to pressure that past the lone man in the corner, and Chicken trying to get that past Epiphany. You could see the setup just to try to deny any sort of shot, and oh my goodness, the fadeaway, but no! Neither fadeaway shot going to be allowed here by WACK Esports, as Alex and Epiphany both going huge along the goal line, following up on both follow-up shots to deny both right along the end. And that will be Epiphany once again catching a ball off Carl, and the attacks have not slowed down, but Epiphany not going to be able to fully clear that one away. He gets up in time to deny the lobber from going in under the top, but just not enough there to get it away from Chicken and Alex. There was just no safe way for him to jump up there and hit it away without risking own goaling it himself, so an unfortunate situation, and honestly, that was just a very well-earned goal by the Besticles. They spent so long in that blue end just pressuring goal after goal. They had 2 extremely close ones that were saved by a hair's breadth. And finally, the Armor going to find a vulnerability. And Alex now wants to try to play this upfield. It goes a little bit farther off the wall than he was expecting, but he's able to force a 50. Chicken goes up, forces a 50 against Epiphany, but this time it works out in the blue side's favor. Carl looking to clear this away, and you can see Alex just looking to set up for it. Unfortunately, can't read that bounce. And now it's Epiphany looking to set it up, but actually he says, you know what? Let's just do it myself. goes up off the left side of the goal and just directly sinks that double touch in. What a beautiful setup from the man in blue. Epiphany doing a great job to equalize up this game 1-1, 30 seconds off of halftime. Onto the right side of the pitch. Carl falling back to grab full boost, but Alex so fast on this aggression. It's going to land right on Carl. Potential demos coming through, but it's going to be Alex actually claiming a demo and going to be able to deny that shot. Epiphany going to be allowed possession here. It's just Carl back in goal right now. A little pass mid, and it works out beautifully. Alex waiting in the midfield, and you could just see Epiphany playing this slow, trying to read out the defenders, look for an opening, and he's able just to dribble it straight past Carl and open up Alex, and what a greatly timed shot that was from Alex. Up by 1 now, the blue side. WACK Esports going to be leading 2-1. We're not yet into the second half. We're not too far off either, about 2 seconds, and just like that, we're in it. WACK Esports now holding the lead. They've gotten 2 in a row, managing to equalize and then turn the tables in less than 30 seconds. Alex now killing this ball over towards the corner. Carl wants to aggress this away. It's going to be an Epiphany play, and that ball's going free, but it's not quite on target. Is Carl going to be able to redirect this one in? He gets the double touch, but not quite finding the net. Chicken going to be seeing if he can get a fadeaway, but not going to pull it off. Chicken Bakes now chasing that ball up, waiting for Carl to see if he can do something in mid, but unfortunately Alex going to find full possession over in front of the orange net. Epiphany does manage to take this ball, and he's seen Carl in his end, but a very good center coming through. Alex forced to clear it. Ends up sending it to the corner. We find ourselves now in the final 100 seconds. You can tell Epiphany just looking for some demos right now, looking just to weaken up the offense and defense at the same time. And Carl, a nice shot towards net, not quite finding the target, but nonetheless getting them some space upfield. Epiphany looking to immediately replay this. Carl, a forced save, and it's going to hit. A fast play back upfield, immediately finds the ball. Deep over into the blue, but some quick thinking from Epiphany, able to force it high. Carl looking to play this off of Alex, but unfortunately, Alex just pogoing it straight over him. Carl, another chance, as now Chicken Bakes sees an opportunity for a goal, but it's going to be Alex to deny it once again. Just barely going to slide in next to that crossbar and manages to wedge himself between the goal line and any semblance of equalizing off that shot, and what a crucial save to make. Epiphany to play this back upfield. He's going to find it in mid. It's going to go over towards that corner, and Alex now looking to set up for this. Carl, oh, he was kind of anticipating the Carl play, but when it doesn't happen, he's a little too high, a little over-aggressed. Chicken Bake's going to be allowed to clear this one away, but Alex just coming up to intercept immediately, and Epiphany already falling back towards goal. Looks like it should be some easy clears here from the blue, almost double committing on defense, which could have been the mistake that allows the orange to equalize, but with only 10 seconds left, the Besticles looking worse for wear, as it just seems like they can't find the one they need. 3 seconds, and the ball is deep into the blue, but they're just trying to kill this one now, and they will be successful. WACK Esports kill it, equalize it up 1-1, and we have ourselves now a best of 3. WACK Esports able to equalize it, and the Besticles find themselves back at the start. Only 2 games needed to take this for either side. 1 game to get themselves up to match point, and Alex, a very quick kickoff towards mid, but Chicken, a banger towards the goal. Epiphany forced to clear it, ends up lobbing it a little bit high, but Alex there to make sure nobody can come through with the follow-up shot. Carl immediately trying to see if he can take some ground, and Alex wants to see if he can capitalize, but Chicken's up in time to deny the shot. A paid-away shot from Epiphany, not going to be able to connect into a pass as Alex forced off the angle, and Carl Cinco, a fadeaway shot on the push-up field to find the first goal for the Besticles in game number 3. Very well played from him, beating out against Alex, taking perfect advantage off that pass from Chicken, and that will lead into a first goal transition only 24 seconds in. Epiphany going to manage to send that ball deep into the orange, and Alex immediately on it. Bounce down into mid. And now Epiphany looking to replay. Wants to try to get an aerial shot on, and oh, just gonna find the crossbar. Very fast shot, just going to be off target. Now Carl looks to see if he can get a fast one of his own. Not quite going to find the ball, and that allows Alex a little bit of room to work with. The first flick comes through, but Carl going to deny. Back over to Epiphany now. He's going to kill it off the wall immediately. Chicken wants to follow that into a shot. It's not quite finding the target, and Alex is going to be able to boom it upfield off that. Carl immediately wants to follow this up the wall, see if he can play it away, but noticing that Epiphany is already set up for it, already waiting for that exact shot, he plays off, slows down a bit, and takes a much better angle over towards his teammates. Some very heads-up play there from the man in orange, and now a potential shot, but just going to be touched away in time as Carl, forced to fall back immediately, is able to corral Alex a bit, so that's going to delay the offense. But they definitely need to pressure this ball, and that's exactly what Chicken's going to do. They find it into the corner. Alex now looking to play it away. This is a huge opportunity for Carl, but also very dangerous. He's going to hit it back over towards mid. That is soft enough, is on target enough that Chicken able to take it. It's going to leave it onto the wall, and Epiphany gets it past one, but not able to hit the follow-up shot. And Carl now wants to hit it off this corner, start to get it back over towards mid. Epiphany going to take it off him. Now has the opportunity for a goal, going to hit the flick, and that's a beautiful shot into the net. And Epiphany coming up absolutely huge in this match. Two phenomenal shots over the last two games to equalize these matches when it's absolutely necessary. 30 seconds off of the halftime mark, and WACK Esports find themselves equalized once again. Another very nicely played wall shot from Epiphany. Alex getting off the ball. He's going to opt for the boost, and that means Epiphany has to save this. An easy one for him. But it's going to be a play upfield. An immediate shot from Epiphany, turning into what needs to be a follow-up shot from Alex. And he's going to opt to take this to the wall. Not investing too much of his boost. He wants to see if he can get an aerial shot going, but with only 12, he ends up going for a drop shot, and he pulls it off! Oh my goodness, Alex, what a beautiful little play. Just completely faking out the opposition, does not have the boost for this, but goes down, tries to hit the pinch immediately off the ground, and he's able to just roll that ball straight into the net, off the crossbar, completely catch the defenders off. And now, 3 seconds away from the halftime, WACK Esports find themselves once again in the lead. Chicken wants to play this away, and he is going to be allowed to hit it over towards the corner, but already you can tell Epiphany wants to go for this ball. Carl's waiting over towards mid, wants to clear this away, and he is going to intercept. A crucial little touch there from him to deny any sort of setup on the passing play. But this time Alex wants to go up. This time he's going to try to dribble it the whole way, and he's going to get it in front, but no cigar, as it's just going to be denied off that crossbar. The follow-up shot denied by the exact same player, that nasty crossbar. But Alex, a very high lob, and nothing that he can do on the defense. Chicken bakes. He tries to get back in time. You can tell here he's so close, but just can't find his way under the ball in time. And what a beautiful and nicely placed little lob that was. 2 minutes. The Besticles looking a little worse for wear. Alex trying to fake out that ball a bit, but Chicken not going to allow it. The back pass to Epiphany. Some boost recovered as well. Epiphany going to lose his life, and now this is a dangerous situation. Carl sends the ball towards the corner, but Alex just going to dribble it over the goal. Maybe a potential play. And actually, he's going to start trying to shoot it, but denied at the flip. 90 seconds. Carl wants to play this back over, and Chicken going to receive the pass, but Epiphany once again back in that goal. Huge on the defense this game. Both of those players for WACK have been, basically everybody in the server. And the Bulldozer going to come through trying to boom away one of those defenders. Epiphany cannot quite hit that clear, and the Bulldoze works out, and you can see exactly right here. Carl tries to just bully Epiphany out of the goal, ends up leaving Alex as well, as a double touch boom gets them both out of the way. And by that time, Carl passed over the ball and immediately allowed to shoot it in. So back up to a 1-goal deficit as the Besticles managed to close the gap. And now they're within 1. It's going to center over off mid. Needs to be a clear. It hits. Double commit on the save, though, does leave the defenders in a little bit of worse positioning. And Alex over committing to that ball. Leaves just Epiphany back to defend. Chicken wants to go for a shot. It's going to find the goal. Alex back in time. 52 seconds. They want to try to play this away, and Carl making a very quick decision just to play that off the wall to himself, not allow Alex to take it away. That's going to allow Chicken on the follow-up to try to make a play happen, but a 50 forced high, forced back over into mid. Carl can't quite find the net, but is able to keep it in this corner. And now he wants to play it back over towards mid here, Epiphany. It's going to be a back pass to Chicken, who needs to boom it downfield. There's not quite enough power behind that, and that's going to allow Alex to follow through. Carl to save. Save connects, but Alex wants to play this off the corner immediately, and Chicken's just not going to allow it. Just a nice little gentle touch, and oh my goodness, such a fast follow-through from Epiphany. Denied just barely on that goal line by Carl. And Epiphany trying to see if he can get back in time to capitalize, but this is dangerous. Chicken finds the ball over in front of this blue net. No blue side defenders back, but they just can't find the pass in time, and that will do it. WACK Esports get themselves up 3-2 and find themselves 2-1 up in the series as we go to potentially the final game. WACK Esports able to come back from an early deficit once again and hold themselves through into a 2-1 lead in the series. The Besticles looking to tie it up, and the kickoff going to be fast, but Epiphany faster, able to clear that one away immediately. And Alex now looking to see if he can get an aerial shot towards goal, but Carl going to deny it. Epiphany trying to follow through fast, and Chicken going to be allowed to boom downfield. That shot not quite finding the net though, and it's going to be plenty of time for Alex to get there and deny. Epiphany over in mid, a boom over towards the corner. Carl not going to allow it to get past him just yet, but does touch it off of that corner and looks to re-aggress it over towards mid. Both defenders looking to fight him. But as he moves up, you can see Chicken Bakes just trying to center it up for Carl, and ends up being a little bit of a back pass gone wrong. A pass over towards mid, and very lucky for the Besticles that the WACK Esports side did not take advantage of that pass to them, because very, very dangerous with both of your offenders that deep into the blue. To allow a pass to the other team like that, Alex is trying to get the double touch going, is going to be intercepted, but Epiphany, a shot back over towards mid, a fast turn from Alex to try to get back into this fight, and Chicken just booms it up the field. It's going to be a play into this corner. He definitely wants to try to get it away. It's going to be a boom over towards the middle. That's going to leave Chicken, but a 50 forced, and that wins it straight back over into the orange. And oh no, Carl not quite able to save it away, but Chicken's back in time. He's going to meet these two blue players on the wall, and Alex forced off. Oh no, Epiphany allows it past. That's dangerous, but with no boost from Chicken, it's not going to be allowed to find anything, and Epiphany finds a wide open goal. The Besticles making a very common mistake, just over-aggressing in the 2v2, and that is just going to leave a wide, uncontested goal for Epiphany to roll a ball into. A minute 30 expired. WACK Esports take the first lead. Trying to see if the Besticles can put an equalizer on board fast. The bump does not transition into a shot immediately. That's going to leave Carl a little bit worse for wear on the boost, but he is there to follow. And now Epiphany wants to play this slow. Sees that Carl's waiting for him, a flick past him, and actually it's going to get past Chicken as well. He's forced to fall back and play this fast away. Does win out against Epiphany, and Alex definitely looking to play this out, but Carl going to get it centered up, but just can't find the shot. Epiphany waiting back in goal as now Alex wants to play this away, starting to dribble it upfield, and Chicken able to redirect it just in time to get it off into the crossbar. But 2 minutes 50. And so far, Epiphany trying just to set something up, but Alex with a potential center. Epiphany should be ready for this, but Alex might just do it all himself. Chicken going to deny it along that goal line, not allowing this goal lead to expand any further for WACK Esports, and Chicken once again just does not want to allow any sort of center to come through. Epiphany trying to play this smart, and he's going to go up, going to play it high. It's going to bounce off this top board, and it's going to be a double commit on defense. Alex allowed to pressure this back up. Chicken able to just kill it over towards that corner, but still only 130 seconds to play with. And Epiphany, what a fast shot from the top! Oh my goodness, and let's watch this real quick, because what a read on this shot out. He just directly sees that that uncontested lob is just left high and flies immediately up just to bang it straight down into that goal. Exactly 100 seconds left in the server now, and a 2-goal lead found from WACK Esports. Off to a slow start initially, but as this match has progressed, as we got into Game 2, Game 3, they have definitely come alive, but so has Carl Cinco. Going to meet that ball straight off of Chicken's pass. Just going to be allowed to get a little out of Epiphany's way. And Carl comes through, sinks it straight over the line. Only about 9 seconds since we last saw kickoff, and in that time, the Besticles able to find the first of 2. Looking very much more tieable at this point, as only 1 goal going to be needed to secure OT. Obviously, Alex not going to be looking to allow it to happen. Getting it over off the corner. It's a back pass to Epiphany. He sends it high. It's a little bit dangerous. Chicken, though, just going to be waiting back, not going to allow himself to get over Zealous, and Carl tries to follow that into a fast counter shot over towards the blue net, but ends up allowing his goal to be a little too uncontested. It's going to leave Epiphany and Alex desperately trying just to get that ball over the line at the last second, but Alex, last man in goal. Carl goes for the demo, not going to be able to get it. Alex ending up allowing that goal to be saved by himself, and Epiphany going to be looking to play it back upfield, just grabbing some boost. Wants to try to get rid of as much of Carl's as he can, and a nice lob from Chicken, but denied by Alex. Back over onto this corner. Very nice hit from Carl off the wall, and Epiphany just able to catch it and send it into that corner. What a disastrous shot that would have been if it was allowed to find its way into the orange side, and oh no! Epiphany, yet another wall shot from all the way across the field. Hits it straight over onto the midfield line, and that is just going to sink in. Nobody able to get in that way. And the Besticles, now with only 56 seconds to go, find themselves trailing by 2. Epiphany looking to meet it in mid, and it is going to be one out by Orange, so they have to try to transition this into a fast shot. It's going to be met by Alex. Stops in mid. Chicken, a shot towards net, but easily cleared by Epiphany. It's back over, back off the corner, and Alex wants to start playing this away, but Carl Cinco trying to block out any sort of shot that comes his way. No boost there from Alex to follow through. And Epiphany just going to play back. They don't need to double commit anymore, and they're well aware of that. 19 seconds to play, or 19 boosts to play with, 25 seconds to play with, and he decides to pass it over to Alex Epiphany. As now this shot just getting ever so closer to the orange net, and as time ticks, neither of the 2 goals that Orange needs are being scored, and it looks like the Besticles might be dropping this match as Epiphany comes through to get a 4th for himself in this game and sink in a 4-1 lead. What a dominating performance out of both the players on WACK Esports, but you got to give extra credit to Epiphany. He has been excruciatingly important in this game. As you could just see how many goals he was able to score, how many equalizers, and Carl denying yet another very well-placed shot from Epiphany. And as the ball touches the ground, that will conclude Game 4, and with it, WACK Esports will take the match 3-1.